Hello, Mark. Scott Lee here from Lee Local. I believe that you took a look at my email that I sent across to you guys on Friday, and today I just thought, you know what, I'm going to actually put something together because the security installation sector in Kent is something that's been on my mind for a little while, and I am actively looking for a partnership in this sector. And I have taken a look at what you guys do and what you guys offer, and I absolutely believe that there is a lot of potential for a partnership between the two of us. So what I wanted to do is firstly give you some value, give you some information, some things that you can take away, and that will hopefully help your business. No matter what the end of this conversation is, you can take that information and do with as you like. But I would also like to explain exactly what it is that we do here and what our partnerships entail, and the bottom line benefit that our clients do end up receiving. So without further ado, let me just go over exactly what it is that I do, Mark. So what we do is one business per sector per area. So in this instance, I know that you guys do business in Surrey, in London, and stuff like this as well, which is something, of course, that I can expand my business model into. But what I tend to look at first is, our stomping ground, or certainly mine, is Kent. I'm based in Ashford/Folkestone. Obviously, I know you guys are in Sheerness. So the area that I'm talking about is Kent. I've analysed Kent. There's a huge market there that I do not believe your current online strategy is utilizing as well as it could. And what I would like to do is build upon that, and I'll explain exactly how. So what I do is I create a completely, what we do is different. And it really is. I had a meeting with another. I met with two Marks yesterday, if you can believe that. It's quite strange that you're the third Mark I've spoke to in 24 hours, and they were both, they ended up doing deals. Uh, and it was great because they understood that what I do is very different, especially when it's guaranteed at the end of the day. So let's have a little look here about what exactly it is that we do. We have a small amount of clients. We're completely focused on expanding your business. So if more revenue is something that you're not interested in, you're happy where you are, then I completely understand. What I do is I link arms with someone in a long-term strategic partnership, and we get more revenue through the door. Relationship focused, I've only got a handful of clients that I'm friends with, that I have a beer with. I'm lucky enough to call the same people who pay me my friends, so that's always nice. Any business that I generate, that's the reason why it's one business, is solely yours. I generate things that, I build properties that are only for you and for the business that I partner with. My remuneration is completely performance based. And lastly, any costs that are involved are 100% guaranteed, as in if it's cost X to start the relationship, I will be honest, of course there would be a cost, and it is just a cost. So I make no profit usually for at least a couple of months until we get everything started, and I guarantee the return and some of your cost within 120 days, because I'm that confident in what I can do, and we haven't had to return any money thus far. So that hopefully just gives you a little bit of a difference between what it is that I would like to discuss with MI Security and what I know. I know everyone gets badgered by these sort of industries all the time. I get badgered by them. My dad's company gets badgered by them. I hear horror stories all of the time. The reason why I keep numbers so small is so that the level of relationship and the level of service is so much higher. Okay, so on to looking at yourself, Mark. A few quick things. I looked at your Google Plus page. I know that your friend, I believe, redid your site in 2014. I've My feeling on websites is very, very different to what you may expect. I don't particularly care about how pretty a website looks. What I care about is its functionality and how many customers are gained from it. I would much rather 5 ugly websites than one pretty website. If we were in the business of making things pretty, we'd go into fashion or graphic design or something like that. But we're not in that. We're businessmen, and from a businessman perspective, I have a few pointers that I would like to give you for your website. Now, you see this little number up here, 67. What this is telling me is that your website is not mobile friendly. Now, until recently, this wouldn't really have mattered too much. But in the day and age when everyone's glued to these things, it has a massive factor to play. 50% of all business related traffic, if not more, some people believe 60, is people searching on the mobile. So what I'm saying is people are searching for mobile security installers on their mobile. And with you not being mobile friendly, there is no way that people you have a far less chance of being found by your prospective clients. As highlighted here by CNN, it's been nicknamed Mobilegeddon. This is a recent change to Google's algorithms, and it's sort of leading small businesses to sort of scramble to get their website sorted. But let me make this clear: I'm not interested really, particularly in making your website mobile optimized. What I'm interested in is the overall strategy, which I'll move on to. Your Checkatrade stuff is great, and I imagine you get a lot of leads through here. Checkatrade is a fantastic service. I love the history of them. I know it quite well, and what they do is fantastic. And one of the reasons why I wanted to get in touch with you is because you've got such a strong score in your sector. You offer so much of a wide range over a wide area. Yet I believe that your online strategy is there's a lot that can be added to it to get new customers in Kent that are already looking for your services, but they are currently unable to find you in conventional ways, and I can make them find you. Yeah, okay, so here's your Google Plus page. Looking at the numbers, I can see right off the bat that your online strategy isn't leading to nearly as many views or people seeing your business in the map packs as it should deserve. Given what you do, given your credentials, and given how many people are looking, this number should certainly be north of 10, 15,000. Some little pointers here. Google cares massively about the amount of attention that you put to your Google Plus profile. Does it really make a large difference? No, it really kind of doesn't, but it does matter to Google, and we have to play by Google's rules. So what I suggest that you do is you take a little look at your profile and you add as many photos as you can, maximize the photo potential there, maximize opening, so you've got opening times, just add every piece of information that you can. And what that does is that tells Google, okay, well, you're clearly a serious business, and therefore we're going to show you higher in the rankings. Something else that is important is your location. Your location isn't showing specifically on Google Maps. You may have your reasons. I often don't show locations for various reasons with the work that I do. But what this stops Google doing is it sees you less favorably. So if you would like to be seen better in Google results, then that's a little tip that you can definitely turn on. So I took a little bit of a look at your website to see sort of how strong it is. It's often quite difficult to sort of my introduction to almost be the bearer of bad news, but in all intents and purposes, your website has sort of nothing really going on with regards to influence going towards it or any authority. It hasn't got much content. Nothing's pointing at it. You're also not optimized for your Kent market or indeed really any market at all other than Sheerness because of your location. If I click this here, what this tells me is you haven't got any keywords tags. So you can go into your website hosting, however this is hosted, and you can add keywords such as CCTV Kent, security systems installer Kent, security systems supplier Kent, security systems supplier Ashford, and these sort of things. But don't keyword stuff. Don't do it too much. Keep it to the real things that you want people to be able to find you for. And your title is too long. It's 136 characters. I would recommend you change it to something along the lines of alarms, security systems, CCTV, fire alarms in Kent. Something like that, keeping it underneath 65 characters. Just little simple things that can actually make a really large difference. Yeah, so the only way that I could find you guys easily was if I searched with the location as Sheerness. I struggled to come across your services in any other fashion, sort of searching CCTV installer Kent, where basically thinking of the things that people outside Sheerness would be looking for should they want your services. Is when I look at security systems installer in Kent, there are a lot, which tells me a lot. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing, because I can take one look at these and see that I can essentially put your businesses, or indeed multiple businesses, above every single one of these without much of an issue. It's certainly something that I do. So the fact that there's so much competition in Kent is great. And the reason there's so much competition is that there's a lot of people looking for security systems and security system services in Kent. Now, just looking at this, now I don't believe this number, but this tells me that these are the 4 areas that I believe that we could create a strategy to generate lots of business. Maidstone, Canterbury, Sevenoaks and Ashford. 4 very populous places, very great for local businesses and for the purposes of what I do from experience. So according to this, there's 24,000 people searching for security systems, supplier and relevant stuff per month. But security systems installer, I'm seeing 4,500. I personally believe that this is far more reflective of the true market potential. But this also, just remember, I'm only talking about these 4 places. This strategy can of course be duplicated, but I believe that these 4 key locations in Kent are always a very, very good place to start. So this strategy has the potential to put, so what I do is I go out and I create online properties, so in Ashford, in Kent, physical locations in these places, so that when someone in Ashford is looking for a security service, well, they don't just find your business, they find your business looking the best, having the most views, having the best location, having the best testimonials, having the best look, easiest to find, found for all sorts of long tail keywords such as CCTV installation in hospitals, things like this, long tail stuff that people do search but people do not optimize for. So let's say, for example, as Google has told us, worst case, we had that 24,000, a bit ridiculous. Let's go for 4,500 people per month in these 4 locations that are just suggestions from myself. Of course, it's whatever you believe is best for your business, what areas you would like to optimize for. And then 4,500 people per month. Let's just go over a really low number of 4% of those end up inquiring in your business, because you'll be in the top of the map pack with lots of lovely stars, and you'll be towards the top of the organic listings. There's no way they will not see your business in these 4 locations. Just 1 out of 25 end up making some form of inquiry, and then a very low close rate of 10%. And then I don't know your industry that well to say how much your average client brings in. Please, by all means, adjust these numbers in your head as you should see fit. But I sort of see in the future months of another £18,000 being added there in new revenue from this strategy. It's most certainly possible. Again, that was me just looking again, and that's me recording this. So I just wanted to put that together to more introduce myself. I know sending an email is not my most personable way. I much prefer to meet up with people and have a real conversation. But I think this is a good middle ground until that point. But if expanding your business is something that you are interested in doing, and bearing in mind, I can see here Dartford on the map. I know that's somewhere on Checkatrade that you listed you wanted business. Well, I can get you more business in Dartford. And in terms of what it costs barely anything. It really doesn't. No one ever worries about the cost, because what I do is I break down exactly what I'm going to pay, and if I end up paying any less, I put that money into advertisement using my knowledge to get you more business through the channels that I create, and I also guarantee all costs to be recouped. So I only approach businesses and I only approach sectors which I'm confident that we can generate a lot of new revenue for MI Security in. If you would like to learn some more, I've kind of just thrown this together. If I would love to put something more formal, I'd like to have a conversation with you, discuss where you are now, where you would like to be, what areas in particular that you feel are your strengths, and then I can do some research and put together a real proposal. I can give you some strong examples. In fact, let me give you some examples now of some of the business that we're doing. I'm working with a window and conservatory company. Their current revenue is around £130,000 a month. We're hoping to get them up to around 160, 200 over the next 12 months. A skip company, we're expanding that all over Folkestone and Canterbury. Wheel writing company, we're expanding that throughout Kent and Croydon. Roofing company, I'm a partner in a project in the United States where we're looking to increase their revenue by over $3 million per year. So don't get me wrong, there's different levels of partnerships, but I certainly have the capability to be able to add value to your business in the future. I think that's enough of me ranting. It's been 15 minutes now, Mark. Otherwise, by all means, take a rewind back, take some of those pointers, and if you need a little bit of help, just give me a phone call. I'll assist you with how to do those little things. No problem. Anyway, buddy, all the best and all the best with MI Security. Thank you.